Welcome back, Kerbal. So, just go ahead and start us in midair because we've seen plenty of these launches by this point in time. But we're going to head to Duna, and we're going to take the same spacecraft that we've been using, except for it has a few more batteries. And hopefully, we won't have any issues. Not that we've had any issues in recent memories. It'll be fine. I'm counting on all of these parachutes to at least point us in the right direction, and then we can take it nice and gentle for the final approach, and that should allow us to do just fine. Hopefully. Whoops. Did I say that out loud? Nah, these guys will be fine. So we have 4 Kerbal Knots that are going on this trip. We brought a newbie so we could have a second scientist. But we'll hardly be a newbie for much longer. Okay, let's go ahead and... We took this a little bit too vertical, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be just fine. I probably waited a little bit longer than I should have. Oops. Okay, so... Yeah, we're doing okay. Yeah, I definitely waited longer than I should have to do that burn, but that's okay. We'll just burn upward a little bit to make up for it. But we should make it into orbit with no problems at all. We'll go ahead and start a little bit of science research so that we have something to work on while we are on our way to Duna. Okay, we're past the App Oasis again. Good. So now we can burn perfectly horizontal, and we're gaining a little bit of wasted mass, but that's okay. Yeah, the only difference between this and previous spacecraft is we have more batteries here. Oh, this is the 4-leg variant. Well, this will be interesting. I'm sure it'll be fine, though. We don't really need all of our landing legs now, do we? Yeah. Especially since we don't have enough fuel to get back, we really have to make this work right. And our rescue craft can only take 3, and it couldn't make it here anyways to Duna and back. So yeah, we gotta make this work. We can do it. Okay, good enough. Okay, so we have, in order to make this work, we have to have the right planetary alignment, and we're pretty close. The trick is when you burn, we will touch Duna here at the opposite end, and Duna's moving a little bit slower than we are. So we're going to go about 180 degrees. Duna can't quite go quite that far. If all goes well, we should intersect somewhere right in this area. Like some previous orbits where we've, going back from the moon, what we want to do is to have our vector aligned with the direction of motion, which we're reasonably close here. Actually, we could almost... Yeah, now they're perfectly aligned. That's good. And we're going out a little bit beyond Duna, so let's set Duna as our target. They have tools that can do better node editing. Let's see. It's really tempting to get one of those mods. Looks like we really left a little bit early, but that's okay. Let's figure this one out. Okay. So, target position. Actually, we left a little bit late. So, okay. We need to gain a little bit speed. Let's just try adjusting the timing a little bit. We're going a little bit in, so let's bring it out some. Yeah, that looks good. That help any? No. Well, it doesn't seem like there's a lot that we can really do. How much of a burn is this compared to the amount of... Yeah, we'll need about 1,000 to land, so we have about 700 that we could play with if we do this. Let's try a little bit better. A little bit earlier. Whoops. You know what? I'm going to put a cut here real quick, and I will figure out the optimum trajectory, and we'll get right back. Okay, so I figured out a trajectory that will get us there, more or less. The trick that I had to do was to go more inside the solar system, because if you can arrange it, you should always launch a little bit early, because it's easier to just kind of hang out near the target than it is to catch it after you've passed it. So we're having to go inside quite a bit to make up some speed, but you can see that we got a reasonably close pass. So we're going to go ahead and take this. And we're burning almost straight towards the planet. That's funny. Okay. Oh, wait. This is a 4-minute burn. Holy moly. We'll be lucky if we're even remotely close. Can I deploy? Nope. Let's go ahead and extend the solar panels. So I'm okay that it's not perfect because this is such a long, long burn. And let's go ahead and... Oh, we now have a level 1 scientist as opposed to a level 0. So we'll get a little bit more science out of this, and we should be fine. Sorry about that. Okay, so had to put just a quick cut in, but hopefully you didn't notice too much. So we're going to keep warping, and we've got to start this 2 minutes in advance. This is going to be kind of miserable, but we will make it happen, and we will be excited for the opportunity. Clean. And we were a little bit late, but that's okay. Should be fine. Oh boy. Yeah, the periapsis is dropping a little bit. We're kind of burning a little bit downward, but it should be okay. Man, this is a long burn. Well, while this is going on, let's see here. So, I've already talked about tests. Next, mission of some excitement is the InSight mission, which is actually going to Mars, which Duna, of course, is Mars by another name. I could almost do an EVA. We're not even... Well, we're accelerating pretty fast. We just have to go a long, long ways. And we will become the first Kerbals to leave the Kerbal system. Although we've already had a couple spacecraft. You know what? I didn't put a relay. Oh boy. Yeah, I forgot to upgrade the antenna, so we'll be able to control this mission, but we will have no way to talk to Kerbal. So we're going to launch a relay satellite. We may as well have it be an asteroid detection relay satellite just for the fun of it. But we're going to do that still. Lovely. Okay, how are we doing? Well, we've passed the periapsis, which means that we're no longer in danger of falling into Kerbal. We dropped it a little bit, but that's okay. We're now... Oh, it looks like the burn is going a little bit faster. I should have expected that. So the fact we were a little bit late doesn't really make much of a difference. Let's see how closely we can nail this. Man, this is a long burn. So the InSight mission will have a seismometer to detect earthquakes, similar to what we have on this spacecraft. Or really Marsquakes. Oh, we had a little encounter with the moon. This is the direction we're going to end up with. Wow. We are really burning. We are burning. Okay. How does this look? Oh, we're getting close. Getting very close. We just hit Duna there, so this is gonna be called good enough. See if I can do a slight bit of tweaking and hopefully we can catch it again. If not, we'll just do some deep space maneuvers and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's just do just the tiny... There we go. And we went a little bit too far. Okay. That's fine. We'll do one more just tiny tweak and then we'll do some adjustment probably here at the descending node, which we seem to have nailed almost perfectly. How about that? I love how this is perfectly burning towards... It's so not realistic, but not realistic, it's just a coincidence. And we will be 12 million kilometers away. That's not too terrible. So put it another way, we'll be a little bit further than the moon as things go right now. Okay, so for the rest of this episode, I'm just going to take us until we're on our encounter course. So we'll go ahead and get to deep space. Actually, let's stop here because do we still have... Nope, we don't have communication with the ground anymore. And is there... We just have the little dinky antenna. So, tell you what. I'm going to put a cut in here. We're going to launch a communication relay so that we have something we can talk to. But we are now here in deep space. We can do all of the normal science, and I'll go ahead and do some of this off camera. But thank you much for joining me. Let me know if you have any comments about space or questions or concerns or, I don't know, jokes, whatever. Leave them in the comments. Let me know and I'll do the best I can to respond. We'll see you next time.